Hello and welcome to ThePrint. Today I shall be speaking about India's search for a fifth generation aircraft. Aero India 2025, a biannual event, was held in Bengaluru from 10th to 14th February. The star attractions at the event were the US F-35 Lightning II and the Russian Su-57 Felon. Both aircraft put up scintillating aerial displays as they competed for attention in India's search for a fifth-generation aircraft. For the first time in the history of such events, aircraft from two rival countries shared the same tarmac. But while the focus was on Aero India, the real decisions on which aircraft will prevail will be made in the corridors of power in Delhi and elsewhere, based on a variety of considerations. India's defense strategy has historically been characterized by a diverse mix of foreign and domestic platforms aiming to enhance operational flexibility while also navigating complex geopolitical dynamics. As the security situation in the region continues to evolve, particularly with the rise of China and the historical tensions with Pakistan, India has to carefully evaluate its future air combat capabilities, particularly in light of its depleting squadron strength. Among the aircraft being considered are the F-35 Lightning II and the Su-57 Felon, both of which represent cutting-edge technologies but come with their respective advantages and disadvantages. The F-35 Lightning represents the most advanced fifth-generation stealth fighter available on the global market. It is designed with stealth, sensor fusion, and advanced avionics at its core, giving it a significant edge in modern air warfare. Its ability to operate in contested airspace without being detected by radar is a major advantage against technologically advanced adversaries like China. During the joint press conference with Prime Minister Modi, President Trump openly offered the F-35 to India, highlighting the criticality of this deal. However, the F-35 comes with several challenges. Firstly, high operational costs. The cost per unit of an F-35 is significantly higher than that of other fighters like the Sukhoi 30 or Rafale. Additionally, its operational costs per flight hour are equally high, which may be a burden for a developing country like India. Secondly, maintenance and spare parts. The F-35 is a complex and expensive platform to maintain. The US controls the distribution of spares, and India may face challenges in securing the required parts quickly and affordably, especially given the geopolitical realities and the possibility of delays or sanctions. Thirdly, geopolitical concerns. Despite improved India-US defense ties, there is still some hesitation regarding the long-term strategic implications of aligning too closely with the US. The F-35 program is closely tied to US defense policies, which may restrict India's strategic autonomy in operational decisions or force it to align with American strategic priorities. Russia's Su-57 Felon is also designed as a fifth-generation stealth fighter intended to compete in the same space as Western platforms. Like the F-35, the Su-57 offers stealth characteristics, advanced sensors, and super-manoeuvrability. One of the key advantages of the Su-57 is its ease of integration with existing platforms in the Indian Air Force. The Sukhoi 30 Mark I and other Russian aircraft use similar avionics and systems, making the Su-57 a logical choice. It will also have comparatively lower operational and maintenance costs. However, the Su-57 lags behind the F-35 in several critical areas. Firstly, stealth and sensor fusion. While the Su-57 is designed with stealth in mind, it does not yet match the F-35's level of radar invisibility, especially in terms of low observability in the X-band radar spectrum. The F-35 has been operationalized with advanced sensor fusion technologies, while the Su-57 is still catching up in this domain. Secondly, production delays. The Su-57 has faced significant delays in production and has not yet reached full operational status even in the Russian Air Force. The limited numbers and ongoing developmental challenges raise questions about its readiness for full-scale deployment. Another contender is the indigenous Advanced Medium Combat Aircraft, or the AMCA. It is being designed and developed by the Aeronautical Development Agency (ADA) and to be manufactured by the Hindustan Aeronautics Limited (HAL). However, this project is still at the design stage, and it is well known that the cycle between design to development can be as long as 10 years. For example, the F-35 took 16 years. Add to that the time taken for flight testing, getting operational clearance, and setting up a stable production line. At this rate, the indigenous version of a fifth-generation fighter may achieve operational status only around 2035 to 2040. Given the track record of the ADA and HAL, even this is an optimistic timeline. The ADA is keen to rope in private players, but the HAL is averse to this idea. While the AMCA may well be an excellent alternative, it is pointless comparing a yet-to-be-designed AMCA with aircraft like the F-35 or Sukhoi 57, which are already in service. Notwithstanding the push towards self-reliance, this 15-year window will have to be plugged through imports. In the words of the Chief of the Air Staff, Air Chief Marshal Amarpreet Singh, I quote, "Atmanirbharta is what we are riding on, but this cannot be at the cost of the nation's defense preparedness." Unquote. India's decision to select the F-35 or the Su-57 must also consider broader geopolitical objectives and strategic considerations. Firstly, strategic autonomy. India has long pursued a policy of strategic autonomy to avoid becoming overly reliant on any one country. In this context, while the F-35 offers advanced capabilities, it would bind India more tightly to the US, possibly at the expense of its ability to act independently in certain strategic situations. Apropos, the Russian Su-57 aligns more closely with India's long-standing defense relationship with Moscow. Secondly, the China and Pakistan factor. The air forces of both China and Pakistan are undergoing rapid modernization, with China fielding advanced stealth fighters and Pakistan acquiring more capable platforms like the F-17 Thunder and the J-10. The F-35, with its advanced stealth and combat capabilities, would give India a strategic edge against these emerging threats. However, the Su-57's agility and multi-role capabilities make it an equally potent counter against these adversaries. Next, regional influence. India's growing defense relationships with countries like the US, Israel, and France add a layer of complexity to any decision on acquiring foreign platforms. While the F-35 would strengthen India-US ties and enhance interoperability with Western countries, the Su-57 might solidify India's position as a leading defense power in the region, particularly in its ties with Russia and the expanded BRICS family. Next is interoperability with Quad allies. The F-35 is already in service with key Quad members, allowing it to operate within a common operational framework, benefiting from shared communication networks, real-time data exchange, and coordinated operations. Its inclusion into the IAF would allow it to seamlessly conduct joint operations with the US, Japan, and Australia. Ultimately, the decision on which aircraft to go in for will depend on India's broader defense policy, its willingness to balance relationships with both the West and Russia, and its long-term investment in defense technology. While the cost factor may take a backseat in favor of long-term strategic considerations, the last word must be that of the Indian Air Force. This is General Naravne for the print.